Hello, everybody. The Sheriff of Tippingham, Simon Holden, here on Tuesday afternoon, just coming up to 12:45. As promised, I'm going to come back on, give you a quick update, have a look at some betting markets, and reiterate what was our day one free gamble. And folks, Platinum, you've come in record numbers today. You can still get involved. It's £10. It's at the link below. Our last two. Potmaster beaten in a photograph, 10s into 6s. Then on Saturday, Sophia Starlight 9-1 into 9-2. And third, today is a biggie. It's been smashed up, but it's still double figures in the place. If you want to get involved, you can. The bet will be sent straight to you at the top link. Right, I gave a bet last night. For those of you that saw it, I'll quickly start there, and then we'll have a look through some of the other races. It is in the 5 o'clock, which is the long distance 2 mile 4 Ascot Stakes. Such a long race. Some of the jockeys are taking a packed lunch. It has been revealed today. I'm making it up. It's just a chance to do that joke, but there you go. And I already did stays longer than an asylum seeker, so we won't repeat that. I just have done. But Bring On the Night is favourite, as we thought it would be, for Mullins and Ryan Moore. 2-1 bottle. It is what it is. You can find that there. Law of the Sea is 13-2. A little bit of money for that. A Horse with No Name seems to be on the drift. Novel Legend has been backed for Danny Muscat. And Calling the Wind seems to be the horse been tipped everywhere for Richard Hughes and Billy Loughnane. But we went much, much bigger, all the way out to number 18, The Max We Can. Now, there's still some 40s available with Bet365, William Hill, and Bet Victor. Short as 28s with Sky Bet, and 28s with Betfair Sports, and 28 with Unibet. So there has been some money for it. We have had rain here this morning, but it was early. It's now warm and dry and overcast, and the ground was so fast. I think at best it will have taken some sting out of it, but I still think we're going to get quickish ground. So all those people who are saying they've heard it's pouring with rain at Ascot, I would kind of balance that off with the fact that the ground was super, super quick. It's warm. Yes, it did chuck it down, but remember, along with Cheltenham, this has got the best drainage of any racecourse in the world. So the old thing about you go down, you can see the ground drying out in front of you. 2:30 is a lot later than 8 o'clock when it kind of stopped raining. So just be careful if you're getting stuck into mudlarks. All may not be what it seems. So I'm expecting it to start on quickish ground, but you know, you can't argue that it rained, and it rained heavily. So The Max We Can wants it as quick as possible. Spencer's in the play. The horse ran a stinker in this race, given an awful ride last year. It has won at Ascot before. I do think it ran very well in the Cesarovich trial at Newmarket. And it was third last time out, 2 miles at Haydock. But I think it needs further at this stage in its career. Spencer, we said all this last night. He is what he is, but he's got a great record at Ascot. You can't take that away from the guy. So The Max We Can, a lively one at a big price. You can get 6 places, 365, 7 Sky Bet, 6 Paddy Power, 5 pretty much across the market. Now, what I will say, there's another Mullins hot pot, 13-8 in this, and this is 2-1. I'm not saying for a minute that they're not going to win. I'm just saying in these big fields, you know, these are short prices. Good luck to you if you're playing, but with places available, I'm looking to take these on. And I believe long-term, that's the right strategy, whether or not they both gag up. Right, let's take you through and see where we can get some market movers. 2:30, top of the shop, the Queen Anne. Modern, this has been a fascinating market because Inspiral was the favourite last night. Inspiral is no longer the favourite. Modern Games for Godolphin is the favourite. Now, that's interesting. Doesn't tell us who's going to win, but that's interesting because a lot of people I spoke to yesterday who've been doing a lot of previews for Ascot and well in the know people you would listen to, they were convinced that Inspiral was going to start off 6-4, 5-4, and you can get plenty of 3s on the exchanges, 11-4 in the book. So that's interesting. When I'm doing this, I'm not putting you off or putting you on anything. I'm just telling you the market moves and the expected favourites. So they're still not ruling you out. If you fancy Inspiral for its life, I'm not putting you off. But it's interesting that a horse that many thought would be 5-6-4 is now 11-4. Now let's go to the 305. That's the Coventry. Now, those of you who are on Twitter, this has been the scene of a civil war. The Times guys, led by Simon Rowlands, the great Racecourse Times guy, and the form guys led by, or shall we say, What You See people who've seen, I think that's a great horse, looking at the form, looking at the big stable. So there is a civil war. It's going to be a fascinating race. So you've got IC and Johnny Deneen and these people on River Tiber. And the other side, you've got these time test guys heavily on the second favourite, Ad Aneen. Now let's have a look. These two have been very, very busy in the market. I'm not telling you what I'm tipping, but I'm tipping against these two for 4 places. So those of you who are in HFC VIP, we ain't on these two. We're staying out of this battle. River Tiber is now 6-4 clear favourite. Azadana is now best priced 3-1. Now, the interesting thing about this war, of course, is one side is going to be wrong. That's what everybody keeps putting on Twitter, on Facebook, Instagram, whatever. One side is going to be wrong. But I'll just throw you another variable. Both sides could be wrong, and neither could win. So this is one of the most eagerly anticipated races for a long, long time. And it's a great race in its own right. We've got Gimme the Beat Boys for Frankie, 3rd favourite. Bucano Fuerte is 4th favourite at 11s. And we've got the American horse, that Wesley Ward and Irad Ortiz Jr. Oh, I could cry. The guy, when we started Holden's Horses and we did Will Rogers Downs, the great Irad Ortiz Jr. has flown over to ride Fandom for Wesley Ward. That's 22s. Fascinating contender. So that's going to be a great race. I was going to say set your watch for that, but the old time test lot wouldn't like that, would they? So 3-40, the next race. It's the King Stand. It's the Group 1 Sprint. What a race it's going to be. I feel Princess has been an extremely well-backed favourite at 2-1. And Kula Nagata, the Aussie Raider, is 9-2. The 3rd favourite is a non-runner there. Manakan is a non-runner. That's interesting. Dramatized has now been cut to 5's 3rd favourite. Twilight Calls for Ryan Moore at 18s and Bradsell at 18s. Now we go to the 420. We go to the 420 now. This is going to be a really interesting race. It's the St James's Palace. You got Chaldine, who was very impressive last time, and of course won the Guineas after chucking Frankie off in the trial. That's 13-8. You've got Paddington. I won't say that's the bear form, but you can do these gags yourself. He's 5-2, unbeaten in his last 4 runs for Coolmore. And Isaac Shelby, a sneaky one for money this morning. Of course, poor old Sean Levy's got jocked off this because it's new owners and they've got Will Buick on. Sean Levy jocked off. The world's gone mad. And Brian Meehan and Will Buick going to try and make all, no doubt, and ensure that fast pace. So there you go in that one. Pays your money, you takes your choice. Chaldine is strong. I will say that. The favourite is strong. It's holding up. And ironically, of course, same stable as Inspiral in the first, where the market isn't holding up. So that's interesting about the 2 big Gosden fancied horses on the day. We then go to our horse to 5 o'clock. Max We Can, we've already covered that. The 5-3-5 now, the Wolferton. Francesco Clemente and Saga were the joint favourites last night for John Gosden. The interesting thing is the way this market has gone. There's been money for Buckaroo, for Joseph O'Brien, and money for Francesco Clemente. But Frankie the Tory on the Royal Runner, Saga, has drifted like the Kontiki, out from 7-2, 9-2, out to 13-2 in a place. Quite extraordinary drift. Not saying it can't win, but quite extraordinary. Many people thought the Royal Runner was going to be smashed into about 5-2. That has not happened. So we've got some Gosden drifters and some Gosden horses being backed. Interesting little subplot for the day. The Cadillac, who won last time, he's been backed in from 12s till 9s. King of Conquest, the Godolphin horse that can't stop winning, albeit in lower grade races, he's 10-1. All the way out to Solid Stone, he's 28. And Savvy Victory, Tom Marquand rides the outsider of the lot, 125-1. Tom Marquand on 125-1 shot. I have seen it all, ladies and gentlemen. And then we come to the final race of an absolutely marathon. Do you know what? This is a tremendous day's racing. It really, really is. It's the Copper Horse Handicap. Used to be a boozer called the Copper Horse, a little village outside Scarborough. I very much doubt it is named after that. And the strength of the story here is the strength of the favourite Vauban. Has been smashed. I'm giving you a betting report. I'm not tipping, remember, but I have to say, serious money for this Vauban, who has been chasing home the old champion hurdle winner and second, hasn't he, all winter. Here he turns up at Royal Ascot, ruling dynasty for Godolphin. You've got Absurd for Frankie, who a little bit money clipped into 12s. And an outsider that's seen some money here, sneaky little money for Scriptwriter, number 5. Horse that's been off 172 days, that Milton Harris. Sneaky little money for that at 50s. So fascinating close to proceedings. So there's a little look at the market. We've got the max we can. Still some 40s about. We got the platinum underneath. You can still get on that. Still double figures. It's going to be a fantastic first day. Enjoy it wherever you are. If you're there, you're probably watching this on your phone. You're in one of the boozers outside. I'm glad it stopped raining for you. It looks like it's going to be a lovely day. Ground's drying all the time. And if you're at home, get the old Jack and Ellie on, sit back and watch one of the greatest days racing I can remember for an opening day or any day at Ascot. I think we're in for a bonanza. This is what we're here for. This is why we love the game. This is why we love life. It's Ascot. Let's have a great time and let's back some winners. I shall see you in the morning. All the best. Enjoy it.
HOLDENS. Horses.